Are you struggling with your putting? Well, today I'm going to show you my 3 favorite drills that you can do inside and outdoors, and we're going to use only a couple of tees and an elastic band. And these are going to work on the 3 key elements of your putting that you need to improve to hold more putts, and that is going to be your centeredness of strike, your ability to get the ball started on your intended line, and finally, your distance control. Now today we're using this incredible mat from Prime Putt, and I've got this amazing surface out in front of me that's going to help assist with these drills. They come in different lengths, but the quality of the surface here is what really matters. It is a very realistic roll of that golf ball. There's a lot of putting mats out there, but some of them are too slippery, or they can just be like rough where you need to take a full swing to move it a foot. But Prime Putt, excellent surface to show you these 3 drills. So let's waste no time, let's get into drill number 1. And one of the most important skills is your ability to strike the ball in the center of the club face, because that is going to give us the most consistent roll possible. As soon as you start hitting it off the toe or the heel, even with technology in putters, the ball is simply just not going to behave in such a predictable manner. So what we're going to do here is we're going to show you an excellent drill that you can do just simply using an elastic band. And what we're going to do here is we're going to create a gate for that ball to strike the center of the club face. So you can see with the way that I've got those elastic bands positioned, is going to leave just a nice little gate for that ball to come through and strike the center. If I get in nice and close and we look at, and you can do that as a test, we really get that feedback when that ball hits the center of the face. However, if we're slightly off, we're going to hit the elastic band. Now, what I would do is make this quite easy for you to achieve and then change it as it gets easier and easier for you to do so. Having intention with your putting is always important. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to make a few putting strokes here, just going to that middle hole. And we can certainly hear that feedback from a normal putt. But what happens if I hit the toe of the putter? You can see I didn't get that feedback. Now, you want to gamify this a little bit just to make it interesting. So see how many in a row you can get. And get that nice little pop of the ball off the face. So I think a great benchmark for players to try and do to start off with is set the putter about, as we can see here, just wider than where the ball can make contact. And if you're able to then consistently get that ball striking the center of the face, it means that you have great control over your strike to make sure that we're hitting the center of the face. So you can see I've got 3 in a row there, finally got one in. Now what we can do is we can actually tighten that up a little bit just to make it a little bit harder on ourselves and see how many in a row you can get from there. In terms of teaching yourself and training yourself how to strike the center of the face, without a doubt, putting some elastic bands on either side of that club and then hitting some putts, making sure that you're getting the feel of the ball striking the center face is a great way to encourage you to hit better putts. So that's drill number 1. Let's move on to drill number 2. It's all about your start line control. Now, getting your ball starting on your intended line without a doubt is an absolute imperative for better putting. One of my favorite ways to go about and do this, and then you'll see so many pros out on the tour set up this exact drill, is if we're going to go to that center cup there in the distance, what I want you to do is just about half a putter length out in front is set up 2 tees that are on line with your intended target, and they are just wider than the golf ball. Now, if you're on a mat, what you can do is you can put a bit of double-sided tape on, which I've got just there. So you can see there is a gate for my ball to roll through, and it's on line with the intended target. Now, this here is a very, very, very important drill, because regardless of how your stroke moves about, if we're able to get our face, not so much path, it's all about face. If we can get our face back to square, we've got such a better chance of getting our ball started on our intended line. Full pre-shot routine now. 3 putts in a row for me, and you can see those tees are just wider than a golf ball. It's an excellent way to work on your start line control, which is one of the key elements of your putting to improve to hole more putts. Now for the third and final drill, we're gonna do a drill which is gonna improve your distance control. Very rarely do we see players miss their target by a long way left or right on the greens, but we do see them sometimes hit it way past. On this prime putting mat, they've given us this great wooden barrier, and you can use this for a variety of drills and exercises. But in this instance, what I've done is I've removed the cups and I've brought the wood barrier closer. And that's because we're not actually going to putt to a cup here, is we're actually going to set out a mark just in front. And I like to use another golf ball. You can see I've got 6 down by my side, and we're going to go all the way up to this little distance marker that you're going to see on the mat here. Now from here, the objective is quite simple. Each putt must go further than the previous one you hit. If you don't, you've got to reset and restart. So I've got 5 balls. I would say that's some really good distance control. If I'm able to get 5 that progressively get further away from me without hitting the wooden plank. But let's see how I go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hit that ball, I'd have to restart even though the speed was good. So my record's 3. I've got a little bit of work to do on my distance control, but there you have it, my 3 favorite drills that you can practice inside, outdoors to elevate your putting performance. If you're looking to get an indoor putting mat, I can't recommend Prime Putt enough. It is the #1 putting mat for my golf spy in 2023. So excellent piece of equipment to help you level up your putting. Even if it is poor weather outside, you only get a bit of a chance to work on your game indoors. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please go down, click like, click subscribe so you see all the great content coming out. But until next time, I'm Kerrod Gray. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching this video. YouTube thinks that you would benefit from watching this one next. So click that card and it could be the tip that you need to take your game to the next level. I'll see you next time.